Hi. Okay. So, can you tell us something about yourself?
Sure, sir. So my name is Sarthak. I hail from Chandigarh. I was exposed to hospitality from quite a young age. So sorry to taper off, but can you hear me properly? I'm in an enclosed place. So can you hear me properly? I'm in an enclosed
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
Okay. So I am Sarthak. I hail from Chandigarh. I was exposed to hospitality from quite a young age, and through this interest, I went to IIM, where I was exposed to on-ground and practical implication of hospitality and coordination, team building efforts through multiple activities and events that I participated in. For example, the G20 2023. Building on this interest in my professional life, I have worked across restaurants and hospitality places where I learned people management, key how cross-functional processes operate, and how.
What does your father and mother do?
So my father is uh, working has an AMC for Samsung maintenance at Chale. My mother is a homemaker.
Okay. Can you look at your mobile
Okay.
and speak on the history of Chandigarh for a minute? And just the timer should be on. You shouldn't be reading something from your mobile. I just want you to go on an extempore mode
Do
and tell us for a minute about the history of Chandigarh.
you want me to show you my mobile?
Not sure mobile, just switch on your timer and for 1 minute speak on the history of
All
Chandigarh.
right, all right. So Chandigarh was designed by Le Corbusier. It is the first planned city of India. It was designed by keeping many logistical and aesthetic aspects in mind. It is in the shape of a square, and which it has a lot of it has a gridlock pattern, which is designed with keeping every sector should be a self-serving uh, 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 self-serving element in its own, with its own schools, its own parks, its own everything. So regarding Chandigarh, it was made with a lot of villages which were combined. The land was bought, and from the aesthetic
The
perspective,
time so
it,
far? What's the time elapsed so
48
far?
seconds. 48 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
So, from an aesthetic perspective, it is a city which is averse to high-rise buildings. For keeping the aesthetics in mind, the brick-based houses were used a lot in the architectural constructions in Chandigarh also. One or two.
Now I want you to speak on the current or say this financial year 25-26 state of hospitality sector in India and the world.
So this year's hospitality has
On the
been.
timer.
Mhm. So this year's hospitality has had a lot of changes. It is growing rapidly because after COVID, the demand for hospitality, after because it was down from since a lot of time during COVID, the demand surged significantly, which fueled a lot of travel in people because they wanted to explore life more.
Do you
And
have some facts and figures to support?
so I don't have any facts on the top of my head right now, but it is a definite known fact that the hospitality has risen. For example, there are a lot of hotels in pipelines. Taj IHCL has around 120 hotels in its pipeline, which it is building at the moment to support the growing demand. Airlines have had a significant setback as well, as we know from the Indigo fiasco a while ago. That has impacted hospitality because people have not been able to meet the reservations. So demand has had a certain downsides to it as well. But in general, the demand is being growing significantly because people want to travel, they want to explore a lot. This has been uh,
Can you name the top five most visited in terms of tourism cities for the past year?
so where I do not have exact facts and figures, but I
Yeah, I
can.
want you to make your guesses.
Okay.
Use some logic and make the guesses.
So,
Top five most visited cities of 2025.
mhm,
The point of view.
okay. So, sir, we have had significant international tourism also. Drawing on that logic, the Golden Triangle is a significant the route of a train, which is consists of Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. These
So
three
I'm
cities.
talking about in the world most visited city.
World.
Yes, world's top five most visited cities in 2024. What's 25? What are your predictions? Like, what are your guesses? What they must have been or might have been?
So, uh, drawing from the demand patterns and the mindset which people have these days, and dual income, no kids, spending on good lifestyle, uh, Las Vegas is a good place, which has a significant demand because people want to splurge. Uh, Along with that, if I go towards the other side, Bali is also a place where a lot of people are traveling these days. Bali has a lot of young crowd which is drawn due to adventure sports and all those activities. Along with that, if we consider India, Rajasthan and Jaipur area is also having significant tourism inflow because of the cultural heritage which is there. If I have to, along with that, I would say Europe has significant cities. I would say London is one of those because London is a very major hub for that, and London has access to a lot of different places as well. There are Scotland and Ireland, so people
Some
go to
issue
London
with
to explore
net.
multiple avenues from there.
There is
Sorry.
some issue with your net. There is some lag sometimes. I heard that
Okay.
first was Las Vegas, then Bali, then Jaipur, and then London. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. And the fifth one, if I guesstimating the fifth one, would be some city in Asia. I would like to say Singapore. It is a major business hub. People travel a lot there. It is a city with millionaires, which have a lot of millionaires, and
Why
so
are
they
you so
travel.
verbose? Why can't you give straightforward questions? Why do you beat around the bush so much? So none of these five cities are in top five. So not a
Okay.
single city qualifies
Okay.
in terms of. Okay, can you talk about G20 for a minute?
Sure, sir.
You switch on
G20.
the timer.
Okay. So G20 or the group of 20 was made by keeping in mind multilateral representation of the world. It has countries like India, South Africa, which was recently added, Brazil, Indonesia, UK, some Middle East nations like UAE, Saudi Arabia. It has a lot of different aspects which are covered from financial to trade to security and sustainability. From my personal experience in G2023, the focus was on one world, one nation, one future. So it was focused on having a sustainable development for the
Do you
world.
know it is? Do you think it is possible, or it's a utopian concept?
So it is definitely possible because
It never
if
happened. Has it ever happened in history? One nation, one
can't
world, one world, having one objective or existing, peacefully. Has it ever have
uh,
happened?
it it is something we should definitely strive towards. If we don't have a goal to work towards something, we will never reach even halfway there. For example, let's say, if we have a very large aim of maybe jumping 10 feet, we might not reach there immediately, but if we strive hard enough, we can definitely reach six or seven.
Coined
And
this
that is also a
maxim?
good place to be in.
Who coined this maxim? Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Who came?
So
Not aware of it.
I'm not aware of that.
Why are the Middle Eastern nations warming up to Pakistan more than India? This is a recent phenomenon. The
Mhm. Just like the recent general has been awarded by Saudi. So I would say it
What's the
is.
reason? I want to understand the reason as per you. Why is this happening?
So, from what I deduce is there's a strong cultural fit with Middle East nations and Pakistan. The cultural fit due to demography is there, and Pakistan has also supported the Middle Eastern nations in some certain areas. Some military ties were also there in place. And recently, if we see the general's commendation in those nations, it was a matter of core relevance because because Pakistan right now is a place where one can invest for control. Like
What conflict recently happened between UAE and Saudi Arabia?
So I'm not aware of that.
Not aware of it.
I'm not aware.
Okay, how many Michelin star restaurants are there in India? How many Michelin star
So
restaurants?
while not being aware of the exact number, uh, so it would be just a guess. I'm not aware of the exact number.
How will you compare it to, say, Thailand in terms of the number?
So Thailand has been a focus of culinary and has a lot of tourism with culinary finesse intentions from an earlier point of time than India. India was exposed structurally to hospitality industry at a later stage. So Thailand has been a strong consumer focused group for hospitality. So it has a significant level of restaurants with having Michelin stars, which is more than India. For example, I know there are some street vendors which are having Michelin stars in Thailand, which have because Michelin stars are offered not just because of a fine dining experience, they are offered for value from for the amount which you are paying. So they are focused on service quality and as well as the food. So focusing on that, Thailand has had structured exposure to hospitality from a long time
And
before India.
hygiene as well. You're missing hygiene as a very important factor,
Exactly, sir.
where
So
India
high.
might be lacking at times when you talk about the fruit of food vendors also. Which
Mhm.
popular hotel in Bangkok has
Mhm.
very high number of Michelin starred restaurants, and also it was featured in a very big Hollywood blockbuster film?
So,
It's Lebua. Lebua is there. Lebua. Lebua is there in Bangkok. It's having 7 or 8 Michelin star restaurants in the hotel. At the same time, this very popular film Hangover, the Hangover series,
Hangover, yes, sir.
funny film. So Hangover Part 2, which is there in Thailand, they stayed also in Lebua,
Yes,
and
it is.
it's what I have seen the suite. It's called the Hangover Suite, and
It's a good
so
marketing tactic.
yes, yes, yes.
I'll
So
definitely visit the hotel.
I want to understand, I want you to be honest with me. What is this sudden thing that you want to get? Why you want to, you have already done hotel management, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're talking about restaurants, and maybe I can make out that you have had an interest in this industry for a very long time. Why you want to? Because I want to understand what is your understanding of the course that we teach here. What do you think we'll be teaching you?
Yes, sir.
And so far in your life, how can you prove to us that you have connected, or you have had a brush up, or you have some idea why, like, I hope this is not herd mentality.
Mhm. So, sir, an MBA is not, for me, it's not just a pivot to MBA. It is supposed to add to my hospitality experience and the skills that I've gained there. Hospitality has given me a certain level of skills on the field. I have had experiences which have, for me at least, I can say, which have made me accountable and reliable to a certain extent. For example, I was.
And reliability can be applied anywhere. I want to understand about the MBA course curriculum. How do you relate to the subjects from finance, marketing, operations, systems,
So,
IT,
for
HR,
example,
strategy?
mhm,
What
let
is
us
your
see.
exposure so far to these
All
areas?
right. So I was working at a restaurant called Wild Thyme in Chandigarh, and there we had a certain moment where the staff was very low, and I had to contribute in multiple areas which of business. I had to work on the floor. I had to manage staff. I had to handle purchasing. These were some of the areas which were business oriented more than service oriented. which made me aware of the things which are happening in the business world.
Okay.
And
Which ERP it was or is this restaurant using? Do you
sorry,
which ERP? Which ERP
can you please say the full form?
software? ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP
It uses
software.
Pet Puja.
Okay. Something local.
Yes, sir. It is used in North India a lot, in Ludhiana and in the Tri-City. In the Punjab side, this software is used in quite a lot. Sapphire is also one software which is used there. So coming back to the,
Balance scorecard.
sorry,
What is a balance scorecard?
balance cooker. Can you please tell me the context?
I'm asking you a question from a subject.
Okay.
Yeah, it's HR strategy. Strategy. So you have the areas, and then when strategy, another area gets mixed with these areas. So there is a subject called strategic HR. In that you are taught the concept of balance scorecard. Have you come across this term, balance scorecard?
No, sir, I haven't had a structured exposure to HR. I had some practical exposure to it. I had to
What is discounted cash flow method?
discounted cash flow method. So cash flow is predicted for the future depending on the sales and all those revenue which we would be having, which is discounted for some lack for some losses in the revenue which are possible. Let's say, for example, uh, I might be having 10 lakhs worth of sale in the predicting 10 lakhs worth of sale in the next quarter. But I would maybe discount some certain amount of it because I might be losing some due to operational constraints, maybe due to market loss. I think that is what
Or
this.
about what you're talking about?
Yes, I believe I did read this term somewhere.
Okay. Which area in management interests you the most?
So, well, I haven't had a structured exposure to any particular area. I do believe marketing and HR maybe there are some things which I would like to explore in more depth.
In the 4P model, what are the 4Ps?
So, they are price, product, uh, people, and the process. Am I going to the 7 P's now? I went to go to the 7 P's.
Price, product, promotion, place.
Promotion place. I went to the 7 P's.
Okay. What do you know about Michael Porter's five forces model?
So this model tells us about the forces influencing a business, which maybe which are rather the around the current organization are competitors, possible competitors which might be there in the future, a replacement product which is there, suppliers and the purchasers.
Which cuisine do you rate as the best cuisine in the world and why?
So while I would not want to rate a particular cuisine because food is very subjective.
No, I'm talking in terms of country, like Japanese cuisine, like I'm talking in terms of nationality. Which country's cuisine, no matter how you might say that, sir, inside a country also it's so diverse.
Mhm.
Still, like if you have to select a country, which country's cuisine would you say you like the most and why? If you want to start a restaurant,
Okay. Uh, well, again, as taste is subjective, reiterating that, I would choose the French cuisine, not because of maybe the just the food which is there, but due to how the pioneers of the particular cuisine handled that. Uh, French cuisine has some, the French chefs have focused on building the structured culinary world from the start. The concept of table d'hôte menus, the plate du jour, and a la carte menu, all of those, the structure of hospitality itself arose from the French cuisine. The concept of the kitchen brigade, how the kitchens are designed, the kitchen uniform, that came from France. And in the matters of cuisine, France has taken an uh, uh, an open view. They have tried to expand their cuisine in a way which is open because and not protective of it much because
have you tried
they
escargot?
no sir I haven't.
Escargot cake roll.
So I haven't.
It's nice. Escargot cake roll.
Okay.
Okay, so have you seen the film Julia and Julia?
So I did not even know of it before this.
Did not know of it. What are your hobbies?
So I am an avid reader of. There's a forum called Team BHP, which focuses on automotive experiences, which goes further than just objective and plain reviews and goes into long-term ownership. Reads about the markets of the automotive companies which are there in the world, and particularly focus in India. This has allowed me to have a deep dive in the consumer mindset about particular cars, automotives, the companies which are there, the
Which
sales advice.
subject will be taught? Which subject you will be taught, which will teach you how to understand the consumer mindset in during your MBA?
So um, basically, consumer behavior is one. Organizational behavior
That's
can
the
help
name of
with
the
that.
subject. Consumer behavior is the subject under marketing, which is taught to students in their first year.
Mhm.
That is done. So one is that you are passionate about automobiles. Is that what you are saying?
So I am passionate toward from a consumer point of view.
You're
How
interested in thinking what the consumer is thinking about cars, is it?
kind of, for example, how it can affect one's life,
That
how it
this is a
can.
very
Sorry,
strange hobby that you are basically
I
wanting to
am
understand. That's your hobby to understand the consumer
okay.
mindset when it comes to automotive experiences, right?
Mm. Yes, exactly. I focus on the experience because it's not just about particularly automobiles, it's about any product and service, how a consumer might approach it. What goes on in someone's mind when someone is trying to purchase a certain thing. For example, if we,
How would you, I'll give you a situation.
all right,
You are being given five cars.
okay,
You have to differentiate among these cars and select one which you will pitch to your consumer.
okay.
Okay? Do you have a pen paper?
Just a moment, I'll just grab a paper.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The consumer is staying in a tier two, or you can say a big town, not a metropolitan. And the options are the seven-seater BMW X7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS and Audi Q7
Mm-hmm.
and Defender
Mm-hmm.
and Porsche Cayenne. These are your five models, and you have to differentiate choosing whichever parameters you want to come up with. You can differentiate by using different parameters and finally pitch one to the consumer. And then tell me why did you go like I think you have researched a lot on consumer mindset, so you'll be able to
Surely, sir.
or the kind of salesperson wants to see your selling skills as well as an analysis, research and analysis as well. So you can take your time if you want to take a minute also, I'm okay with it.
Surely. So, sir, I have sure I have a few parameters, which are first of all the build quality, which was one. But in this particular case, since the cars are all high end, it is almost even across the spectrum. Next, I go towards reliability because it is a tier two town, so service networks might not be enough for them. So, for the just for the sake of reliability, I might stay away from Defender because the Range Rover is infamous for reliability issues from quite a while now. As I see in Chandigarh, a lot of defenders are there, but a lot of people have complained that the reliability is some issue. The same goes for BMW. So BMW and Defender, I would for just for that this particular moment, I would rule them out. Then I would go for service networks. Service networks, Audi has the most spread service networks from what I've seen. Porsche is also a brand under VW only, like Audi. So the service networks can be, more spread across. VAG can, the Volkswagen Auto Group can service both of these cars. They have the capability to do so. But Porsche, Cayenne, and then going towards the Mercedes GLS. Those will be my final contenders. And then I would focus on one, depending if it's a tier two town, I would focus on the road quality which is
We're
there.
talking about a big tier two town, not about very small. All these companies will be having their service centers and large showrooms, big showrooms. I told you it's not a metropolitan like a Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. But then the moment you come to the next tier cities in India, I'm talking about those cities. All of them have service stations.
Okay.
Service won't be an issue.
Okay.
On other parameters.
That issue is not there. Then again, I would still consider reliability as one thing because a consumer does not want to go to a service center again and again. Considering
Have
that,
any data to back whatever you are saying in terms of service issues? You are saying that Defender and X7 will have service issues. That means the cars will keep breaking down or will have some issues every now and then.
yes,
And
sir.
Porsche and Audi may not have it because you are saying that Volkswagen will be having multiple service centers. And same is going to be the case with Mercedes. Across the country, they will be having a lot of service. But do you have any data to back this up?
Yes, you misconstrued what I was saying. I was saying that reliability issues are more in Range Rover cars and BMW cars because of the intention from which those cars are put together. German cars have a certain, the German automotive market has a certain approach towards building cars. For example, if we contrast with the Japanese market, Japanese people use,
Most of these cars are German.
all of
BMW,
them are German. All of them are German.
yeah,
Definitely,
Audi. I don't understand what you mean to say. Not all of them are German. Defender is JLR,
sorry,
not
Japanese dealers.
German.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, European. I would like to, correct myself.
What
So,
is, can you move to the next hobby? What is your next hobby?
okay. So I do like to play call break. That is something.
What do you want to like playing?
So call break. It is a card game which is played in a lot of villages in India. It is locally it is called minus also. In Hindi we can call it card.
What is it? Can you explain to me the game?
Okay, so sir, it requires four players, where each of them distributed 13 cards each. So when you are dealt your cards, you have to check for if you have any face cards or not, and you should have at least one face card and at least one card of spades. If you don't have it, the cards are dealt again, and then you have to call for a certain amount of hands. For example, I will put one card, the next one will put another card, all of that, and the highest number of card wins the hand, and they take the
How much
hand.
money are you betting generally in this
Oh,
game?
no, sir, it is not a gambling game. You
You
don't
have
gamble.
never gambled? You have never some
No, sir, I
small
don't gamble.
looks and money also in this?
No, sir, definitely I don't gamble, and it is not a gambling game as well.
So you're
Gambling,
not a fan of the Squid Games.
sorry?
So you're not a fan of the Squid Games.
No, sir, definitely not. Gambling is something I like to stay away from.
What do you
And
know
in this,
about the game Bridge?
sir, I do not know about bridge actually. I stay very limited to the card focus games I play. For
Any
example,
other
there's a game.
hobby that you have apart from these?
So I like to focus my time on these things only, apart from my professional work.
Any question you would like to ask us?
So definitely. Uh, for example, if hopefully I do get an admit into the prestigious institution, what are some things you would like me to work on before I start my MBA?
So how would you rate yourself? We are done with the interview. So how would you rate
So
your?
मजा नहीं आया.
मजा नहीं आया तुम्हें? क्यों नहीं मजा आया? क्या कारण है?
So first of all, आपने बहुत सही बात बोली. I am pretty verbose. जैसे चीज trying to work on that. मेरा
जितनी
इस
कम
सीजन का फर्स्ट
वर्बोसिटी
मॉक.
रहेगी क्या एडवांटेज है, तुम उतने पॉइंट्स प्लेस कर पाओगे। जितने पॉइंट्स प्लेस करोगे उतने पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे। This
हाँ
applies
जी.
to WAT, this applies to GD, this applies to a question asked in the interview. You cannot expect more than two, three questions. That's it. So the entire length of the interview is two, three questions. So because
Mm-hmm.
such less number of questions are being asked, you should try to cover more points inside a question rather than
Okay.
elaborating a lot on a single point. So that you were right about. Then what are the reasons?
So quantifiable things I would say. जैसे मैं
Quantifiable things,
वही
the
मैं.
research
हाँ जी, उसमें जैसे कि
is
फॉर एग्जांपल. हाँ जी.
research is missing right now, but you have just
यस.
started. This is a wake up call. That's all.
यस. फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे मुझे पता था रिलायबिलिटी की इशूज आते हैं सब सेंटर्स का, मुझे एज फॉर अ फैक्ट पता है, बट मुझे एग्जैक्ट नंबर नहीं पता है वो कितने हैं. दैट इज एन इशू. सॉरी.
किसके नंबर पूछ बोल रहे हो तुम?
जैसे
विच?
अभी हमने अभी सर्वर सेंटर्स की बात करी,
हाँ
मुझे
हाँ,
पता है कि पोर्शा के रिलेटिवली कम है, जेदार
हाँ,
के कम है,
बहुत कम है।
नंबर कम. आई नो
वर्षा
इट फॉर अ फैक्ट.
में या
हाँ एग्जैक्टली. बट मुझे
वर्षा
नो नंबर नहीं पता है. अगेन जैसे कि आपने
BMW, Audi, and Mercedes will be having
हम्म.
complete coverage in terms of service.
यस.
Porsche will not be having to that great extent. And then generally people, when they are going for such uh, level of cars, they'll be expecting you to have parameters like comfort, luxury. Comfort is there, luxury is there. So those kind of parameters you kind of missed.
नहीं, देयर वाज
Because
अ
you had
रीजन
to
आई मिस
explain
दिस.
a lot. You have to be
कंसाइज.
objective, very objective, less subjective, very objective.
ऑलराइट.
So
सो देयर
that was missing,
वाज.
especially because you said that your hobby is automotive, reading about those experiences and things like that. That's the reason. So yeah, you first you said that okay, the verbose part is there. The second was you're missing on the facts. Then what else do you think you can work on?
I would like to, looking back, I would say I wasn't aware about what are the things happening much about around me. मुझे अपनी इंडस्ट्री का मुझे इतना पता होना चाहिए कितने बिजनेस आज रेस्टोरेंट इंडिया में हैं.
A lot of research is required on the current state of the
ये तो
industry.
गैस मतलब मैं 15 बोल देता, शायद इतने ही होंगे, कितने हैं मुझे नहीं पता. बट वो भी एक स्ट्रिक्टली गेस एस्टिमेट ही होता. टॉप 5 सिटीज मुझे नहीं पता, ये मुझे पता होनी चाहिए. तो इंडस्ट्री फोकस्ड रिसर्च की जरूरत है. दैट इज समथिंग आई हैव लर्नड. बाकी उसके अलावा इफ आई से वही बात अपनी मुझे सब्जेक्टिविटी वाली बात मुझे वो लगती है कि बहुत सब्जेक्टिव हो जाता हूँ मैं. एंड इंटरव्यू जितना ऑब्जेक्टिव उतना बेटर है. मे बी बेटर ब्रेड क्रम्बिंग मैं बोलना चाहूंगा कि बेटिंग द इंटरव्यू कि मैं ऐसे पॉइंट्स डालूं जिसमें मैं जाऊं इंटरव्यू से वो बातें पूछे. दिस इज वन मोर पॉइंट कि आई कैन वर्क ऑन.
Especially if you have a point and Vinay Kumar, one student is asking a question that, Sir, Prayagraj can be a good guess for the most visited city of world in 2025. Yeah, it could have been a good guess. Generally speaking, if you talk about the most visited cities, you have cities like Paris is there and Bangkok is there, and those popular cities which people go to, Istanbul is there. These are the most visited cities from.
Religious cities.
So, but because of the Mahakumbh, I don't know about Prayagraj. Yeah, of course, it might have qualified for sure. Okay, so how much would you rate yourself on a
मे बी.
scale of 10? Maybe 5. Okay, so here is what all things that I observed. One is you have to work on your look.
डेफिनेटली सर, वो तो मैं मानता ही हूँ.
Some of us is very sharp. You don't have any look problem. I hope you understand what I am saying. You don't have a problem with the way you have to be more like right now you're disheveled. You have a disheveled look. Like you have to be very like crisp. Crisp is the word.
ओके.
Clean look needs to be there. That's the first thing. Because for oldies, suppose you are giving an interview and the panelists, some of them are oldies. For them, these things matter a lot.
नहीं, आई अग्री विद यू. मैं नॉर्मली क्लीन शेवन रहता हूँ फॉर द इंटरव्यूज.
Last year also, Professor Rangarajan, sorry Rajan, that's his name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. No, Professor Ranganathan, sorry Rajan. So who was an IIM Ahmedabad professor, and he basically was also the director of IIM Ahmedabad for the executive education program. So he came for the boot camp. Maybe he's going to come for this boot camp also, which is happening. Two boot camps are happening. Three boot camps are happening this month. 17th, 18th, Lucknow, 24th, 25th, Chandigarh, and then uh, 31st, first online, and then again it will happen, these boot camps. So this professor will again be coming. And his observations were mostly after an interview when he was giving feedback to people and general feedback that students they need to conduct themselves in a much better way in terms of the way they sit or while talking, whether they're moving their feet, hand, and how they're looking and how neatly they are dressed and how are they entering the room and are they asking for permission and those kind of the proprieties, the niceties, and being completely up to the mark in that. So that is very, very, very important. You have to understand. For
Mhm.
some people, they can be finicky about it, fastidious about it. So that is the first observation. Second, was I like that you were able to speak on topics, but then again, you were doing a mistake. Then I told you don't have to jump. You take time before answering, especially if you are asked to speak on a topic or you have been given a case study. I gave you a case study. That's what called a case study, that you have to compare these five cars.
Mhm.
And generally, those people who are interested in buying that kind of range car, they will be looking at these options. So
Mhm.
in that also you could have, I think you're in a hurry to answer, which you shouldn't be there.
All
Take
right.
your time. Take your time.
Okay.
Nobody's going to rush you there.
Mhm.
Especially if you're asked something about yourself, then of course you have to immediately answer that, okay, tell me something about yourself. Why you want to do it? There you can't sit and think. बट वेन यू आर गिवन आज की चंडीगढ़ पे बोलो, हॉस्पिटैलिटी पे बोलो, इवन तो प्रिपेयर्ड होके जाना है, ये सब तुम्हारे एरिया के, तुमने इनके बारे में बताया, तो उनके ही बारे में आपसे पूछा जाएगा. सो दैट पार्ट नीड्स टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड, बट इवन इफ यू गेट समथिंग, डोंट जंप टू इट,
All right.
जंप टूवर्ड्स आंसरिंग इट. और अच्छी बात है कि शुरुआत में बैलेंस स्कोर कार्ड तो नहीं बोल पाए क्या है, और लेकिन फिर जब कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी की बात हुई तो थोड़ा बहुत तो आता था, बहुत तो नहीं आता था. फिफ्टी
Mhm.
परसेंट 40% थोड़ा बहुत आता था, तो अच्छी बात है. ब्लू ओशन स्ट्रैटेजी पढ़ते रहो, इससे तुम्हें
जी।
काफी हेल्प मिलेगा. हॉबीज में प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं हो, हॉबीज में प्रिपेयर्ड होना पड़ेगा तुम्हें.
सो थोड़ा
है,
बता सकते
दो
हो
ही
किस तरह
हॉबी
से?
है, जस्ट दो हॉबी है. ऑटोमेटिव ये ब्रिज,
Okay.
थोड़ी मतलब पूरे 24 घंटे में अगर 8 घंटे फ्री हो तो बस यही दो काम करते रहते हो क्या, या खेलते रहते हो कॉल
तो
ब्रेक या.
नेटफ्लिक्स नहीं बोल सकता ना मैं?
हाँ,
अब मैं नेटफ्लिक्स नहीं बोल सकता ना?
नहीं बोल सकते हो.
बोल रहे
फ्री
हैं।
टाइम में जो करते हैं उसे हॉबीज कहते हैं, और उस पर वो डिस्कस करेंगे. वो जो प्रोफेसर हैं वो दूसरी दुनिया से थोड़ी आए हैं.
जी।
हो सकता है तुम जो सीरीज लाइक करते हो वो भी वो सीरीज लाइक करते हो.
हम्म।
हमारे अंदर ना एक बना हुआ है कि जैसे जो प्रोफेसर्स हैं वो इस एज के ही नहीं है, सब तो इसी दुनिया में रह रहे हैं.
जी।
सो आप देखते हो, नेटफ्लिक्स देखते हो, तो बताओ क्या देखते हो, क्या अच्छा लगता है देखने में. थिंग्स लाइक दैट यू हैव टू बी वेरी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट इट, एंड प्रिपेयर्ड रहना है. हॉबीज में बहुत प्रोब करते हैं.
जी।
Probe is going to be happening, but I think if you work hard, you will be able to convert the interview. And do you have any problem with your 10 12 graduation marks?
8-8 हैं दोनों, ठीक है, मतलब एवरेज है, ज्यादा अच्छी भी नहीं है बट ठीक है।
Graduation?
सॉरी।
Graduation?
78।
I think you can get all the six Blackie calls. You should prepare seriously.
लेट्स होप।
Fingers crossed. And just prepare on hobbies and the key questions which are there. So even if you don't know what is a balance scorecard, it is okay, not a problem. But then if you are not able to show depth, like in the previous interviews, I talked about the 10 levels of depth are there. You are at level one or two in your hobbies. You have to come, they'll keep probing, they'll see that, okay, कितना आता है जिसके बारे में ये क्लेम करता है इसको आता है.
जी सर।
That part is very, very important. Okay. So I hope you get prepared soon and you study a lot. Give a
So I
lot
had a
of time to
question.
reading
Okay.
about whatever you are going to be presenting there. First, write
Mhm.
all the points that you are going to be presenting there. Once you have all those points, then start researching on them. That is related to you. Then, apart from that, like I explained in my previous interview session, you have to use the PESTLE framework: political, economic, social, technological, legal,
हाँ।
environmental, and start taking big topics of the last 12 months. Big topics. Like topics of global national significance, at least. Either nationally it was very big or globally it was very big. And then start building on your general awareness. It's very important.
So building on that, I had a doubt. जैसे कि हमने केस स्टडी पे गए थे रिगार्डिंग दैट, मैं बस एक एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ कि जो कुछ पैरामीटर जैसे जिन पे हम जज करते हैं, इफ दे आर स्टैंडर्ड अक्रॉस, फॉर एग्जांपल इन दीज पर्टिकुलर कार्स, जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, ऑलमोस्ट सबकी ही ग्राउंड क्लियरेंस ठीक है, सबका ही कंफर्ट अच्छा है, गुड ग्रेट कंफर्ट एक्चुअली, ये सारी आगे हैं शॉर्ट सस्पेंशन कार्स हैं, ये हार्ड सस्पेंशन में नहीं चलती हैं, गुड ग्रेट गुड कंफर्ट, गुड पावर ट्रेन्स, गुड स्टेबिलिटी एंड हैंडलिंग एज वेल। अगर वो सब अक्रॉस द स्पेक्ट्रम सिमिलर ही है, तो शुड आई स्टिल से एंड कंपेयर कि हाँ नहीं सबका ही सिमिलर है, या जस्ट
Yes, because you have to sell one of them.
सबकी ही अच्छी ना वो बात है।
नहीं ऐसा नहीं, you have to sell. This is where your automotive experience, consumer mindset, hobby जो है, that will come to the fore, that you can make the subtle differences कि इसमें ये अच्छा है, इसमें ये अच्छा है, ऐसा करके from and understand from consumer mindset things like that.
ऑलराइट।
You are right, all these cars are good. I
हम्म।
recently bought a BMW X7. I was disheartened that you just took it out in the first, lot only, that what it is having. Defender and X7 is not among the
I
preferred.
have had a bad experience with BMWs because इसलिए मैं नहीं रिमूव करता हूँ मैं।
I have my first car was X1, and this year I bought an X7. So BMW's tagline is sheer driving pleasure. I am the
Exactly.
driver. I keep a driver for like my kids and family, but I am the driver. I drive my own car. So because of that, in comparison to all the other cars, when you start driving, then and plus of course these are like X7 is also a very big car. It's a seven-seater. I want a big car because of the family and things like that. So you have to first understand that what are the questions I was expecting from you. First, I
Mm-hmm.
was expecting questions like how big is your family? Where
Okay.
do you travel to? What are you looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Consumer mindset, na? Consumer behavior, First, I wanted you to go, but you missed on it. Why? Because you didn't think a lot. You have
Mm.
to think and you have to come up with like, so why I asked you this question? I wanted to understand consumer mindset को कैसे समझ रहे हैं और फिर accordingly उसको हम गाइड कर रहे हैं. बट ठीक है, अभी तो पहला मॉक इंटरव्यू है. there'll be many mock interviews, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about it. And all the
Okay.
best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Where are you right now? You are in Chandigarh.
Yes, sir, Chandigarh में ही हूँ।
So we will be having online and offline interviews both.
Definitely, I would
So
love to have an offline interviews with you.
start studying. Start studying. As
Yes.
simple. All the best. Thank
Thank
you. Thank you.
you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Now we'll just take a short 2-minute break before we return to the next interview. Are you there?
Hi, sir.
All well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so Soumya, we'll start your interview.
Okay, sir.
Which area of management interests you the most?
Sir, marketing.
Marketing. And what were your bachelor subjects? What's your bachelor degree?
Sir, I did a BTech in biological sciences and bioengineering from IIT Kanpur.
Okay. So your interview is going to be a joint interview that me and Aprajita ma'am will be taking. Aprajita ma'am has specialized in sales and marketing from IIM Lucknow, and as you said that you're interested in marketing, and she also has expertise and knowledge in the field of medical biotechnology. So I hope Aprajita ma'am, I want you to unmute so that you can. Yes, she has unmuted. Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Soumya.
Hi, ma'am.
I'm really excited because there are two things that are coinciding and colliding at the same point,
Yeah.
right? All right. So, Soumya will keep it quick and fast. I was really keen because I wanted to understand. I had a lot of experience before I switched to finally doing my, executive MBA. But in your case, you come from biotechnology background and you want to specialize in marketing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically in marketing. why not MBA in healthcare management, or why not continue with masters in your core program? Because you're from a good institute. Somebody coming from an average institute might want to switch because of lack of opportunities and otherwise. But in your case, that won't happen. So why?
Ma'am, like I there are two aspects to this answer. Firstly, I have had some kind of exposure to marketing. Like I through my POR, so I was I organized my sports fest of my annual sports fest of my college, where I pitched to sponsors, looked into brand deals, and like it was also a more ground level sales role.
Yeah.
So I had that, and then it sparked my interest into more of like marketing, how brand deals are made and everything. So then I also did an internship at a mental health startup, where my role was more execution based. And at that time, the firm was like changing its market from a more B2B to also including B2C.
Okay.
So I saw the change and I got really fascinated with like the changes, the whole app was changed, the notifications were changed, the from the very minute things to the more uh, major decisions, that made me realize that I don't know about the research and the strategies that go behind these decisions. I was just the
So
one
what
who,
is your strategy when it comes to these decision making roles? What is your strategy? What would be your approach?
ma'am, so actually, I have not had the opportunity to be the
So what
one
do
who,
you believe in? Like, I think I read your SOP. Someone had forwarded me SOP. So I read this part where you said working close to the market. I hope you understand that early sales role are very non-glamorous.
yeah.
So I don't understand, why do you still insist on starting close to the market?
Ma'am, I think that you cannot understand the market without being close to the market. So, if you don't do the non-glamorous sales role first, you will not be able to understand, the product placement, the
From
demographic.
your experience, have you ever got involved in activities which were to deal with directly with, sales roles or any kind of
Yes, ma'am.
B2C relations as well?
Yeah, so with Udghosh, like the Sports Fest, there were many events happening. And I had the chance of organizing a marathon that was like a 5 kilometer marathon in Kanpur. So for that, we actually went door to door for sales.
Yes.
We split into two. So my team went in Kanpur and the other team went to Lucknow, and we actually gathered sponsors for the because we knew that the in town marketing will benefit more the local vendors rather than the big brands. For that, we had our main Udghosh Fest in our college. So
Yes.
that was actually an experience. And actually, ma'am, as you said that, why don't I think of going in like healthcare in future? So actually, I do plan on doing that. Not healthcare per se, but I see there is a lot of like sustainable alternative market for biotech firms across the globe that has really interested me. And for example, there's an American startup that has come up with vegan milk, like not plant-based milk, not almond milk or like oat milk, but actual milk that is vegan. So, which was
On a cellular biology level, please tell me, how is this possible?
yes, ma'am. So actually, there are protein codes that are available online, right?
Yeah.
So, whey protein is the main protein of milk that makes milk. So, what they did was they downloaded that code from like online, and then they like through PCR and
What
reverse.
is PCR and who invented it?
Ma'am, I'm
Like,
not sure
who
about.
discovered it and like, that process?
Oh, ma'am, I'm not sure who invented it.
What is PCR and can you, for a layman, make it simple?
Okay, so PCR is basically like
It's
it,
polymerase chain reaction, but you
yeah.
have to now tell me what it is.
Um, so basically if you have like a protein, right? So from that you
So
can
PCR is the process, the protein is encoded. I
yeah.
want you to now, in very simple way, tell me if, say, I did not know biotech, I did not know what is a gene, what is a DNA, how would you explain a PCR process to me?
Okay, so like gene is like a barcode, and when you scan it, you get a protein, right? So how do I explain it?
No problem. You can find an answer later on for this. But more importantly, what is your favorite subject in college?
I would say cellular microbiology.
And how is cellular microbiology being your favorite subject anything to do with management?
Ma'am, as I said, it in the long term, I think that is very relevant because
How?
let's take the most basic concept of DNA, like recombinant DNA technology,
Okay.
and from that, a lot of products are being made. And even let's say, today so many industries produce so much waste, and there's not really a sustainable, effective method of degrading it or like discarding it. So, like you can come up with like such enzymes that degrade it and without much pollution or wastage. And as I said about the milk example, you can produce milk from that. That is also recombinant DNA technology. And like you must have seen this ad recently. Ranveer Singh is promoting this protein brand that is from fermented yeast, and that is also vegan. So that also comes from recombinant DNA. So that
Are
is
you a
the point.
vegan?
No, I'm not vegan, but
Okay.
like I kind of like the ideology.
All right, amazing. So, coming to cellular microbiology now, what is the difference between, or what differentiates a pathogen from a commensal organism?
From a
Commensal organism.
common cell organism.
Yes, not common cell, commensal. COMMENSAL.
Ma'am, I've not heard about that.
All right. They just differ in cellular structure because, see, pathogen will infect you. A commensal organism is more like, you know, it's a symbiotic parasite kind of a thing.
Okay.
All right. So why is addition considered, it sounds so sinister, but why is addition considered the first critical step in microbial pathogenesis?
Ma'am, I'm not aware of this. Like it was not in our curriculum actually.
Think of it now. Why is addition considered the most critical step
Acha,
in the
addition.
first addition? Yes, ADHESION,
Okay.
addition,
Yeah.
considered the most and the first, it's the first critical step. Why is it considered so critical? And as the
In
first step in microbial pathogenesis,
you mean when pathogen infect you?
they infect after attaching to you, right? ऐसे
Yeah,
कैसे
yeah,
मजे में थोड़ी कर लेंगे.
yeah. So that is that
Yes,
is the
yes,
crucial.
exactly. That is the question.
Yeah.
Why is addition considered this?
Because
Because they
without
establish
addition, it
a
cannot
relationship.
enter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen this series, Human? This
No.
was based out of Bhopal. It had this actress called Shefali Chhaya, and I don't know what is the name of that female from Four More Shots, Please. And this was on basically drug trials on humans and
Oh.
marketing of those products. So now, marketing in healthcare often reach a gray area.
Hmm.
So where would you draw the line when you see there is a lot of money involved? Where would you draw the line?
Okay, so ma'am, actually, like, uh, there's this new concept of transgenic animals nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
where animals are like if humans, it's not totally ethical to test on humans,
Yeah.
and it's not very recommended. So scientists have come up with these transgenic animals where if you want to let's say if there's a drug a drug on cancer, right?
Yeah.
So these transgenic animals will be their genes will be edited in such a way that they and then on them these drugs are tested so that it gives a more realistic picture of what the drug is capable of doing and what it will look like in humans. So I think that is a good alternative.
You were talking about knockout models in your SOP a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. How would you justify your answer with the help of a knockout model? And why do you think knockout models are not always suggested when it comes to real-time infections?
Real time. Um, so wait, so knockout model in relation to what?
In terms of understanding real infections.
Okay.
In
Uh,
lab, it's all okay, nice. But otherwise, when it comes to real infections, why are knockout models not considered the 100% of everything?
so like, are you saying that a person, if knockout model is like if some gene is knocked out from somebody, it's not guaranteed that they will not have that infection?
There are various knockout models.
Yeah.
Knockout model is where, say, for example, if I want to check the pathogenesis of a particular gene or virulence of a particular gene. So what I will do is I'll, remove the particular strain from that gene, and I'll take a gene which does not have it most probably and put it in an organism, and then I'll take a wild type and compare both their,
Mm-hmm.
in proper in vivo organism. But this is in vivo. All of this is having in vivo.
Mm-hmm.
The two organisms also are in vivo, but when it comes to general and life in general, the host will be different. So like you're talking about this animal testing and this is how it will look in animals and this will how it will look, that will never happen. It's not possible. There'll always be a lot of, so that is the point of contention. That is why we don't see a lot of biotech, you know oppression बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, but आगे नहीं बढ़ रहा है उससे ज्यादा because of these particular factors, because you can never be very sure and human life is too dangerous to be played with.
Hmm. But ma'am, I think like we can get some sort of idea. If not 100% sure, then we
So
can,
like humans, that's what you said, that thin line you are ready to cross in the name of science.
ma'am, I think like if the product is showing promising results, then um,
So
like
human trials, do you agree to human trials when it comes to genetic testing?
not always, ma'am.
Then how would you test and how it goes in humans? Humans are very different from an animal. I think we all know this now.
Yeah. Um, so I think if a drug does not have many side effects,
Yeah.
I think it can be tested. But if it's risky and it can show side effects, then I think it should not be tested.
All right. So it's a two-part question, okay? Why do some bacterial infections even persist after treatment, antibiotic treatment?
Ma'am, I think they have gained immunity for that.
Gained immunity,
And also it
developed
has,
immunity.
yeah,
Have
uh,
you heard of something called as biofilm formation?
biofilm. No, ma'am.
So you don't know this. It is actually because of biofilm formation or the pathogen becoming dormant because now it is intelligent, like you said.
Yeah.
And once we stop the treatment, it will start repopulating itself. So I don't know now if it is actually your favorite subject, you know.
No, ma'am, actually, much of it was not taught to us. It was more of a, engineering perspective. So, a lot of biological core
But see,
details.
that's what you said. That's what I said. Application and theory is very different. If as an engineer you won't know what is it basically, how would you implement techniques when you don't understand the cellular level, right? That is the cellular level.
I mean, ma'am, I do understand at the cellular level, like the basics of it. I might not know a lot of jargons and the scientific terminologies, but like if I get a team of more technicians and more like skilled people, I think we can work it out.
The non-engineers of the biotech side, the
Yeah,
biological people towards the biotech side.
yeah.
How nice. Yes. How long is a full marathon?
Full marathon?
Yes, you said you are interested in running. I think Ashish Sir wants to say something, but he's on mute.
No, no, I've just unmuted myself. So I wanted to ask you that so far on a scale of five, how would you rate her
So
subject knowledge?
confidence, I would rate her, I think, 4 on 5. She's very confident, and I'm happy that she's trying to answer most of the questions. Subject knowledge for me, because see, I have done my master's in medical biotech, so all these subjects are very close to my heart, and I was passionate about them until I met Ashish Sir. So so, since I was passionate and I had been working and researching on these things as well, is why I think the subject knowledge is low. But as you mentioned, the engineering side too, it is very different. But when you are interested in a subject and you're passionate about a subject, you walk that extra mile. So, when you call something your favorite subject, you have to know a little more than what your peers would know, right? And otherwise, I think regarding clarity, you have enough clarity as to why marketing and but then again, regarding the testing part and all, there could be some, you know, a strong view and a strong stand that you can take for what you actually believe in. It has to
Hmm.
be very clear.
Yes, ma'am.
There cannot be gray areas in where you're thinking, right?
Yeah, right. I think when you asked me to take a stand, I could not like be confident that do I really believe in that?
Because you don't. Maybe you will walk cross that gray area line because all know you are in it for money. But that should not reflect eventually.
Right.
Fine,
After a
then.
point, money will not matter.
So I wanted to ask this because now Aprajita ma'am's part in terms of testing your subject knowledge is done and she is saying some good things. So what I want to do is I want to take the next part of the interview and see whether you actually have clarity or not related to marketing or whatever you want to do. So my
Okay.
first question is, what do you know about the growth share matrix?
Sir, I'm not aware.
It was developed by BCG, the consulting firm BCG, Boston Consulting Group. So I want you to quickly look online in less than a minute what is the meaning of what is growth share matrix, also known as the BCG matrix, and explain it to me. Growth share matrix, also known as BCG matrix. Very important part of marketing strategy. You have cash cow, you have question mark, you have a dog. These kind of symbols are used to make it more relatable and easy
Yes,
to
sir.
understand.
Um, okay, so it's like it's like um, segregating the products into four categories, four boxes that are stars.
Tell me, you have to like, you have read it, no, you have to explain it to me. You don't have to just read what is there.
Okay, so it's like yeah, it's to decide where the company wants to invest their money based on the category of products. So first is stars, um, and I think they are the most profitable products.
Do you know how to, can you understand charts? Do you see that graph? What is the x-axis and what is the y-axis?
Acha,
Why the
graph
name
I did
goes,
not see. Okay.
so that's the most important part. You are trying to read something without reading it.
Acha, the relative market share one.
Growth as well as share. That's the name. That's the reason the name is growth share matrix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Okay,
growth
now I see it.
market as well as the amount of market share they are capturing.
Mm-hmm.
Now don't look at it. Look at me. Just turn around your mobile.
So let me just first see.
No, you don't have to. You just turn. Don't look at your mobile. Let me ask you something. I want to see
Acha.
whether you. If someone has a lot of market share, but the growth is less because it has already got a lot of market share, that means maybe the product is reaching saturation point. What will it be? Will it be a question mark, cash cow, a dog, or a star?
You are saying market share is more
Not
and
very, very. The growth is not that great now because it
this
has already grown.
um question mark?
No. What?
I did not see it properly.
You didn't see. Just trying to test you. Okay, it's okay. Leave the growth share matrix part. Leave it. What is guerrilla marketing?
Sir, I know about guerrilla warfare. I don't know about guerrilla marketing.
Don't know about guerrilla marketing. If suppose you have to market a product or service, can you select a product or service and think about how you will be making it viral?
About making a product viral.
Product or service, you can select anything and any product of your choice or any service of your choice. And can you think about innovative ways to make it viral? Do you know what is viral marketing? Viral marketing campaigns.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Never use yeah in the interview. Interview is a very formal, environment.
yes, sir, I
Yes
know
is
that.
the right word.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, Sir, I think a lot of PR has to be involved for making any product viral and hiring celeb.
Can you explain to us what is PR? What is PR? What's the full form? What does it mean?
Sir,
What kind of marketing?
public relations, and that involves like hiring celebrities or vloggers, and
You will
even
be using influencer marketing.
yes, sir, because I think today's day and age, social media is
The
something.
product service and what kind of influencer, who all you will be hiring, who all will be on your list.
Um, uh, Sir, like the first thing that is on top of my head is like I gave ma'am the example of the protein shake that Ranveer Singh is promoting nowadays. So let's say we are talking about a fitness product, let's say protein. So for that, I will hire a lot of gym influencers and even the offline gyms. We can, ask them to promote it, like maybe put something in the like reception desk and
Who will be
something
your
else.
brand ambassador?
Brand ambassador. Um, well, I don't know. Ranveer Singh.
But he's already doing for one. So will it not be like
Okay, so like some actor, I think.
we'll choose an actor?
Yeah.
So that means you will be you're assuming that when you're launching, you already have a lot of money that you'll
Okay.
be going for. It's okay. It's okay. We can move to the next question in marketing. What
Mhm.
is astroturfing? Have you come across this term, astroturfing?
No, sir.
You haven't come across astroturfing. If you have to make a corporate video for a company, will you prefer it being made through AI, using AI, or will you go by a non-AI mode? Which would you prefer? Corporate video or
So
any
what is this corporate video about?
corporate video like companies they want to promote themselves, so you make a video, it's like an advertisement.
Okay. So sir, definitely not AI because I think that will connect with people more, and we can use some ideas, some innovative ideas that will like capture.
If someone uses the help of AI or takes AI, so people cannot connect with it. That's an assumption that you are taking.
Sir, it depends on how much AI you are using.
Bahubali wouldn't have been that hit, no?
Sorry?
Talking about VFX and AI.
We're not talking about
Make
AI specifically here, like because now,
Um,
so your first point is connect. The connect is not going to be that.
so sir, if we
Yeah, go ahead.
So if we do have an idea, then we can definitely use AI to convey that idea. But I think the idea process should be human.
You're not averse to choosing AI. You'll be using AI to your advantage in terms of
Execution.
execution. ABCD are four people. They are playing a game, exactly one game with everyone else. So A played with B, C, and D once. Inside a game, there are 2 points which can be shared as either 0-2, 2-0, or 1-1. After the tournament is over, the ranking is 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. What is the maximum points that C could have got, and what's the minimum points that C could have got?
Okay. Sir, I think maximum points can be three, four,
Why are you guessing like this? What about minimum?
minimum. Um, one.
Minimum is correct. Maxima was incorrect. Maxima is 4.
Yeah.
Ek-
Actually, I wrote four, but I read three because I was not sure.
How is this making no sense at all? You wrote 4, you are saying 3. I don't understand how.
Because midway I got confused.
Can you time yourself for a minute and speak on Sagar, your hometown,
I have to use my phone.
so that you know that 60 seconds is about to get over, and accordingly you are able to structure yourself and present it in a coherent way. So that's a nice presentation.
Okay, sir. Um, okay, so Sagar is actually so Sagar is present in like the Vindhyachal range in Madhya Pradesh. From the west of the city passes Tropic of Cancer, and here one of the oldest universities of North India is present, Dr. Hari Singh or Sagar University, and it also has many picturesque locations It has a man-made lake, Lakha Manjara Lake, and it also has waterfalls and a thick forest cover. There are the tobacco leaves that there is this big factory here for that, and yeah, that's it.
Any commentary on the social aspect?
Social aspect of Sagar.
Yes.
Sir, I think there's not much. Like it's a very homogeneous demographic, actually, and there are not a lot of corporate opportunities present. The only job opportunities are, I think, in the government sector, healthcare sector, small businesses, and school, matlab, education. So, yeah.
Why didn't you think of doing masters, MS from US? Why
Uh,
don't you take CRE and go for MS?
Sir, actually, I was not very inclined towards the technical part of.
Why did you take that course then? Why have you taken this? That means you didn't research on the course. Similarly, you have not researched on the MBA course.
No,
You are
sir,
com-
I did I mean, I did research on it.
you are just telling me that you didn't like the technical aspect to it. The
No, sir.
BTech course, are you expecting the tech to be out of the B? After the B, there'll be no tech. There'll be a without.
No, sir. Actually, it's the research is very um like, of course, when I took the course, then I wanted to explore it further, and like some courses did stick with me that I that sparked my interest, and I researched more about it online as much as I could. But there were other courses and like that were like non-negotiable, that if you want to do research you will have to study those courses, and I was not very good at them, so that's why.
Okay, we'll end the interview. How much would you rate yourself on a scale of 10?
But I don't know, 5.
5.
Yeah. I'm not very confident in my answers actually. Like,
See, the thing is that those students who are coming from backgrounds which has nothing to do with MBA, they will be tested on the goal clarity part, that are they like aware of what they're getting into. And somewhere these students need to not only create a story but also do the preparations required to back the story. For example, if you are getting interested in marketing management, then you should start looking at actually what you will be doing, not wait for the MBA. Like what interests you, because marketing management again is a very big ocean. There are many things inside it in marketing. What would you like to do in that? There is something known as brand management. Then you have the sales management, you have the channel management, your marketing of high-tech products, you have digital marketing. Nowadays you have AI driven marketing. So you need clarity, and then you need to like select the best courses in the world from now only, for which you don't have to go and attend classes, but you can do it online. And you have to do upskilling in the area in which you want to like go for. So that part is not developed, and you need to think towards that line. And otherwise it will come across as that okay, this is looking like the better option among the available options rather than the best option for you.
so sir, like I should learn more about marketing.
You need to explore.
Okay.
Talking about exploration, you need to explore, research. Like you said, your field is research. Now you need to research about, okay, even if you're interested in management or you're interested in marketing management, what are the things that are there with which I can connect to research and start taking up courses, like directly go into it.
Okay.
What will happen then is not only the selection into the best IIMs, but also during summer placement or final placement, or when you're actually doing an internship, the things, or when you're going to be finally working, it will help you. My
Hmm.
point is not to just do nothing and just somehow just prepare few answers which will not be very deep because you have not gone to that depth in towards that particular direction or in that particular direction. So that part was missing, I personally feel, and you knew the answer is four, you written four, then you're saying three, God only knows why. And apart from that, like growth share matrix, also you need to uh, show that you are aware, like aware in the sense that even if you're under pressure, you're reading something, you have been asked something, the mind is working and you're able to process whatever the information is given quickly. So growth share, one side you have the market growth, one side you have the market share. If someone is having a lot of market share, how can it ever be a question mark? It's a cash and cow. It's giving you a lot of money. It's just that growth उतना नहीं होगा because already यार तुमने पूरा extract कर लिया है उसको. Cash cow है. Star is something जिसमें अभी उतना मार्केट शेयर नहीं, बट ग्रोथ बहुत फास्ट हो रही है. मतलब वो स्टार बनेगा जाके एक दिन. स्टार मरेगा कैसे? कैश कैश काउ बनने के बाद. डॉग
But
क्या
actually, I
होगा?
started reading it, so that's why I couldn't see the graph.
Look at the chart. That's what. What's there to read? Look at the chart. That's what. See, you can read 1,000 word, and there is one simple chart, whether it's a multiple line chart or bar or whatever, and you can just save yourself from reading 1,000 pages. You get a bird eyes view. So that part was missing. डॉग क्या होगा जिसका मार्केट शेयर भी खराब है और मतलब ग्रोथ भी नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, तभी तो डॉग है.
इंट्यूटिव सोच नहीं पाई मैं उस टाइम पे.
तो क्या है, देखो नंबर्स और लॉजिक साथ साथ चलते हैं. It goes hand in hand. And that's what management is all about. In management, those people are most successful who have the logic and the numerical skill as well, both.
Hmm.
It's like the left and the right brain, both needs to work.
Hmm.
Creativity and communication and innovation, numerical thing also has to work. Plus, I want you to start reading more on blue ocean strategy में जितने भी marketing cases दिए हुए हैं उसके
अच्छा.
बारे में. प्लस थोड़ा अपनी इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, जैसे तुमने बोला था तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट है जिस इंडस्ट्री में, उसके बारे में फैक्ट्स फिगर्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, रिसर्च नहीं आ रहा है. तुमने बोला ना सर मेरा लॉन्ग टर्म गोल है कि आई वांट टू एमबीए एंड पोस्ट माय एमबीए आई वांट टू जॉइन a company in what biotech sector or something like that you said, but then the passion, the information is not coming. सर ओके सर दिस इज हैपनिंग इन बायोटेक सेक्टर राइट नाउ एंड दिस एंड दैट एंड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, ये सब जो बातें हैं. एंड व्हाट इज द पेनिट्रेशन ऑफ एआई एंड ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, इंडस्ट्री 4.0 इन दैट सेक्टर. एंड यू कमिंग फ्रॉम एटलीस्ट अ प्लेस विच इज नोन फॉर टेक्नोलॉजी एंड देन पोस्ट योर एमबीए व्हेन यू गो बैक टू दैट इंडस्ट्री along with your technology का भी background, then you will be at the right place at the right time. A lot of things you have to come up with. You have
सर
to.
एक्चुअली आई डिड लाइक जैसे बायोटेक में मैंने बोला कि मुझे सस्टेनेबल वाली चीज करनी है, मतलब उसमें बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है. तो
बोलने
मैंने
कुछ फैक्ट फिगर कुछ डेटा
नहीं
कुछ.
सर, मैंने बताया था मैम को कि
मैम
मतलब.
का इंटरव्यू, मैम का इंटरव्यू है, मेरा इंटरव्यू है.
ओके सर.
वो तो अपने तरह से शी हैज गिवन यू अ 4 on 5 एंड
नहीं मतलब सर आपने उस टाइप से पूछा नहीं ना, तो इसलिए मैंने आपको बताया नहीं.
so you have to work a lot on the goal clarity part and you have to research a lot. Is very very important.
तो सर मतलब आई शुड रिसर्च ऑन मार्केटिंग एंड लाइक द इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट.
That's yeah. So what are the types of connect that is required? Academic connect. एकेडमिक कनेक्ट कैसे बनाओगे? पढ़ के ही बनाओगे. मार्केटिंग है तो मतलब उसमें क्या क्या है तुम्हारा, उसमें किस में इंटरेस्ट है, क्या एक्सपोजर रहा है अभी तक, वो सब. फिर मार्केटिंग का जिस तरह का तुम्हारा इंडस्ट्री प्रेफरेंस है उसमें क्या रोल प्ले करता है वो. सो पढ़ाई हो रही है लेकिन वो जो इंडस्ट्री रिलेटेड इंडस्ट्रीज है, जरूरी नहीं कि एक इंडस्ट्री, मल्टीपल इंडस्ट्री रिलेटेड हो तुम्हारी पढ़ाई से, तो उसमें मार्केटिंग कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है. फिर इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का क्या उसमें चल रहा है, ये सब चीजें मिसिंग थी. और इससे तुम सब्जेक्ट्स जोड़ सकते हो. फिर जैसे से पहले मैं जो इंटरव्यू ले रहा था वो बच्चा कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर के बारे में बात करना चाह रहा था, बट फिर उसका भी वही सेम हुआ. जब हम इंटरव्यू देते हैं तो हमारा प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड कम हो जाता है. तो उससे भी बहुत सिंपल सवाल एक मैंने केस स्टडी करने को पूछा, लेकिन वो उतना मतलब नहीं कर पाया. कंज्यूमर माइंडसेट से ही नहीं सोच पा रहा था वो. तो वो अपने माइंडसेट से सोच रहा था, अपने माइंडसेट से नहीं सोच रहा था, उसको कंज्यूमर के माइंडसेट से सोचना था. सो ए इज यू नीड द एकेडमिक कनेक्ट, इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट, दीज आर देयर, स्किल सेट कनेक्ट वाज मिसिंग। कोई स्किल है, तुमने कुछ बोला एक बार भी कहीं नहीं। कभी कभी डायरेक्टली नहीं पूछते हैं कि आप में क्या स्किल है, अपनी खूबियां बताइए। बट जो इंटरव्यू में सवाल पूछे जाएंगे, उसके उससे उस दौरान बहुत सटल वे में आपको अपने जो क्रेम डाला क्रेम पॉइंट्स हैं, जो टॉप 5 पॉइंट्स हैं, जो टॉप 6 7 पॉइंट्स हैं, वो फॉर एग्जांपल अभी अगर मैं तुमसे पूछूं कि तुम्हारे कैंडिडेचर में क्या टॉप 5 पॉइंट्स हैं कि तुम्हें लेना चाहिए।
तो सर एक तो मतलब आई हैव अ क्यूरियस माइंड, सो आई वांट टू लर्न मोर, एंड academic mindset, that is, you can say.
देखो,
uh,
पहले ना कुछ कोई भी बात ऐसे सब्जेक्टिव वे में मत बोलो। वो कोई पॉइंट कैसे देगा ये, मैं बहुत क्यूरियस माइंडसेट है, कि क्यों माने, कुछ ऐसा बताओ जिससे बिलीवेबल, जिससे पॉइंट्स दे सके इंटरव्यूअर। ये बहुत ही एक ब्लैंकेट स्टेटमेंट होता है, मैं क्यूरियस हूं, मैं ये हूं, मैं वो हूं। कैसे माने आपकी बात, कुछ हमेशा यू हैव टू बी ऑब्जेक्टिव इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रेजेंटिंग योर पॉइंट्स। क्यूरियस नहीं बोलना है, आपको कुछ बताना है अपने बारे में जिससे ये निकलता है कि आप क्यूरियस हैं, आपका इंक्विजिटिव माइंडसेट है। ये नहीं बोलना है कि मैं क्यूरियस हूं, पॉइंट बताएगा कि अच्छा ये क्वालिटी है इसमें। और
uh,
बताओ क्या है, एक तुम क्यूरियस हो, उसको पहले समझाना होगा किसी और तरीके में जिसमें तुम दिखाओगे कि देखिए दिख रहा है कितने क्यूरियस हूं मैं। फिर
सर, सेकंड आई कैन से, जो मेरा लॉन्ग टर्म गोल है, दैट इज लाइक very something that is unique and relevant, so
ठीक है,
that.
मतलब तुम्हारे कहने का मतलब है कि दुनिया में बहुत कम ही लोग हैं जो तुम्हारे बैकग्राउंड के होंगे और एमबीए करेंगे और बायोटेक इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन करेंगे, ये कहना चाह रहे हो क्या?
सर मतलब वो बहुत रेलेवेंट है ना आज की सोसाइटी में, ये जो सस्टेनेबल वो है, सॉल्यूशंस हैं, ऑल्टरनेटिव्स हैं, इसके बारे में अभी कम ही
हमारे
चीजें।
लखनऊ में सस्टेनेबिलिटी मैनेजमेंट एसएम का प्रोग्राम क्यों नहीं करती हो?
सर दैट इज डिफरेंट, मतलब यहाँ पे मतलब
एसएम
सस्टेन।
कोर्स होता है, पता है ना, जैसे एमबीए का कोर्स है, एमबीए एसएम भी कोर्स है।
हाँ।
जैसे एमबीए एफएबीएम भी कोर्स है, फूड एंड एग्री बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट। These
हम्म।
are courses which are there।
तो सर
देखो
एबीएम
क्या
भी तो।
प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है पता है, तुम वो पॉइंट, जैसे पहला पॉइंट बोले क्यूरियस, यूएसपी का क्या मतलब है, यूनिक सेलिंग पॉइंट। कितने लोग क्यूरियस बोलेंगे, स्टैंड आउट नहीं करेगा। अगर टॉप इंस्टीट्यूट से तुम कॉल लाओगे, सोचो अगर तुम एबीसी के इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हो सकता है हो एबीसी के इंटरव्यू के लिए तुम जाओ इस साल, तो वहां ये स्टैंड आउट नहीं करेगा, सर मैं क्यूरियस हूँ। तुम्हें कुछ जैसे पहला चीज जो दिख रहा है, जैसे तुमने सही सेकंड पॉइंट में बोला, दैट आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड। और क्या होगा इससे, तो उस बैकग्राउंड का जो कंडीशनिंग है उसके कारण जो पर्सपेक्टिव तुम क्लासरूम डिस्कशंस और केस स्टडी डिस्कशंस और प्रेजेंटेशंस में लाओगे, वो बहुत ही अच्छा रहेगा, वो बहुत बड़ा वैल्यू ऐड होगा। चलो ये एक है आपके कैंडिडेचर में। फिर क्या, कुछ ठोस बताना जिसे दिखे कि अच्छा ये इसमें प्रोडक्ट फीचर में है। और क्या है?
Sir, I mean, I can work for long hours without being tired or like demotivated.
आप बोल रहे हो कि लग रहा है चौकीदार का इंटरव्यू दे रहा है कि मैं बहुत लंबे देर तक खड़े रह सकता हूँ, 10 12 घंटे
नहीं सर,
और
मतलब वो फटीग नहीं आता, मेंटल फटीग।
तुम्हें देना होगा एग्जाम्पल। कैसे माने से, चलो क्यों कैसे माने, कोई इंस्टेंस बताओ।
सर मतलब
ऐसा
कैट।
डिमांडिंग प्रोजेक्ट किया है या कुछ ऐसा जिसमें दिन दिन भर रात रात भर काम किया है, 4 4 3 3 दिन सोया नहीं है, ठीक से 5 दिन सोया नहीं है, कुछ ऐसा।
सर आई मीन जेई एडवांस के टाइम पे तो यही किया था।
इतने बच्चे लेकिन जेई क्रैक करके वहां इंटरव्यू भी तो दे रहे हैं। तुम्हारे
हम्म।
ही कॉलेज से कुछ नहीं भी, जब तुम एबीसी के इंटरव्यू के लिए जाओगे तो 30 35 40 बच्चे तो रहेंगे तुम्हारे साथ इंटरव्यू देने के लिए। स्टैंड आउट करने के लिए पहले अपने कैंडिडेचर को समझो। फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड योर कैंडिडेचर, अंडरस्टैंड योर सेल्फ, देन सी दैट अच्छा कुछ है मेरे में तो कहीं ना कहीं तो दिखता होगा, तो फिर यू नीड टू डाइव डीपर। सारे स्टूडेंट्स को ये बात याद रखना है दैट आपके कैंडिडेचर में जो 3 पॉइंट 2 पॉइंट 5 पॉइंट 6 पॉइंट यूनिक है आपके बारे में, दैट विल बी सपोर्टेड बाय इंस्टेंसेस और अवार्ड्स और अचीवमेंट्स और रिकॉग्निशंस और पार्टिसिपेशंस और सम गुड थिंग बेसिकली दैट मस्ट हैव हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, तो वो आपको दिखाना है। आपको अपने कार्ड, जो आपके अच्छे कार्ड हैं, यू हैव टू कीप देम ऑन द टेबल। तो कैसे उसको प्लेस करेंगे, सटली कैसे प्लेस करेंगे। और ये जो कार्ड्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं, पॉइंट्स की, ये ना मतलब ये फिलॉसफी वाले, ज्ञान वाले पॉइंट्स और बहुत सब्जेक्टिव पॉइंट्स, ऑल ऑल ओवर द मैप पॉइंट, मतलब बहुत स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट्स होने चाहिए। तो अभी तो
तो
चलो
सर मतलब ये पूछेंगे नहीं तो हम मतलब किस वे में बताएंगे?
दिमाग लगाना है, वही तो है कला, है कि कैसे आपसे पूछा गया है ए, और आप ए के साथ मिक्स करते करते बी और सी भी दिखा दें कि देखिए ये पॉइंट्स भी हैं। क्योंकि वो कितने पॉइंट्स, कितने क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे एसओपी रिलेटेड, एक एसओपी रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस क्या हो गया, क्यों एमबीए, क्या स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेस है, कुछ अचीवमेंट बताइए अपना, कैसे हासिल अचीव किया, क्या मुश्किलें आई, टीम प्लेयर कैसे हैं वो कैसे दिखाएंगे, टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट योर सेल्फ, जो कि मुझे लगता है 7 से 8 बच्चों को पूछा जाएगा हर 10 बच्चों में। ये एसओपी रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन एक ही पूछेंगे। तो वो एक आपको विंडो ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है कि आप बोल दो अपने अच्छे अच्छे पॉइंट्स अच्छे तरह से, पर ऐसा मत बोलो कि लगे बहुत ही डेस्परेट है और जबरदस्ती लगा रहा है पॉइंट्स को, लाइक इन अ वेरी क्लेवर वे।
तो सर अभी जैसे अगर मुझसे पूछा कि आपने एमएस क्यों नहीं किया या आप मतलब इसमें क्यों नहीं जा रहे हो, तो फिर उसमें मैं क्या बोलूं मतलब?
मैं कैसे बताऊंगा, तुम हो, मैं हूँ।
नहीं सर,
सब
मतलब अब
तुम्हें पहले रिसर्च करना है, अपने अपने सोचना है और बताना है ये पॉइंट्स तुम्हें हेल्प कर सकता हूँ कि कौन सही लग रहा है, फ्रेम कैसे करें, बताए। पॉइंट्स तो
सर
तुम,
मतलब मैंने बताया तो, बट वही है ना कि यू कैन नॉट बी दैट डायरेक्ट।
you haven't gone to various levels of why, and somewhere I feel that it is coming very evident in the interview that this is one of the options that is available to you right now, and that's the reason you are thinking of going towards it. It's not that during first year or second year you would have thought about it, and also a lot of students in your institute do go for this option as well, but if it's not coming across as something well researched and well thought of, so you will have to do the research to make it look like it has been researched, and you have to start moving in the direction. You can't just sit for कि इंटरव्यू हो जाए, सिलेक्शन हो जाए, फिर मैं, अगर मार्केटिंग में जाना है तो तुम्हें अभी से सोच के जाना पड़ेगा। जैसे जो बच्चे फाइनेंस के लिए जाना चाहते हैं, ग्रेजुएशन कर लिए हैं, वो तुम्हारे कॉलेज के भी हैं, सीएफए अपना स्टार्ट कर दिए हैं, अमेरिकन सीएफए करना। क्योंकि वो वेट करके क्या करेंगे, वेटिंग से कुछ नहीं मिलेगा। और आज के डेट में एमबीए के साथ साथ भी लोग अपस्किलिंग करते रहते हैं, अपने कोर्सेज करते रहते हैं। क्लैरिटी चाहिए, क्लैरिटी लाओ। क्लैरिटी एक्सप्लोरेशन और रिसर्च से आएगा। अभी है टाइम तुम्हारे पास, 1 महीने भी ना अच्छे से रिसर्च करोगे, एक्सप्लोर करोगे चीज़ों को, तो काफ़ी कुछ बोलने को रहेगा। और इंटरव्यू में एक तरह से बहुत सिंसियर लगेगा कि हाँ, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस हर्ड मेंटालिटी है तो आ जा रहे हैं। जैसे बीटेक में इसको मज़ा नहीं आया, यहाँ भी मज़ा नहीं आएगा, आगे चल के फिर कुछ और सोचेगी, इस तरह का नहीं लगेगा फिर।
तो सर जैसे जो वो है ना कि मतलब अभी आई वांट टू डू मार्केटिंग एंड देन इन फ्यूचर आई वांट टू गो फॉर अ बायोटेक फर्म।
तो
तो
और समझाओ क्यों, ये लाइन में कोई गलती नहीं है, लेकिन ये
हाँ,
लाइन बोला और लाइन के पीछे जब डिगिंग शुरू हुई तो कुछ है ही नहीं, मतलब कंटेंट ही नहीं है पीछे। वो कंटेंट पास पार्ट मिसिंग है, उस पे बहुत मेहनत करनी होगी तुम्हें।
तो सर मतलब ये पिवट में तो कोई वो नहीं होगा ना कि फिर वो पूछेंगे कि ये तो रेलेवेंट ही नहीं है?
पर कुछ डिपेंड करता है, किसी का आंसर सही और गलत कैसे कोई पता लगाता है, जब प्रोबिंग होती है। प्रोबिंग में अगर दिखता है कि डेप्थ नहीं है, तो इसका मतलब आंसर हॉलो है। प्रोबिंग में अगर लेवल 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 नीचे जाते जा रहे हैं, प्रोफेसर खुश हो रहे हैं अंदर से कि मतलब ऐसे ही फर्जी नहीं बोल रहा है, सच का ही मतलब किया है, रिसर्च है, इसके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है। Let's see. Let's look at some question. Why can't we answer? Sir, Stanley Bottle and the Labubu became viral due to guerrilla marketing. Okay. Why we can't answer? Why मोटा पैसा and for why? Because यस, मोटा पैसा तो बहुत जगह है, सिर्फ यहाँ थोड़ी है। तुम ऋतिक की तरह डांस करो, तुम्हें मोटा पैसा मिलेगा।
सर सब नहीं कर सकते ना उसकी तरह डांस।
और कुछ तो
एमबीए
कर
फिर भी कर
सकते
सकते
हैं।
हैं।
सिर्फ एमबीए में पैसे नहीं है, पैसे और चीजों में भी हैं, तो वो तो जान ही रहे हैं कि आया है यहाँ प्लेसमेंट के लिए, लेकिन ये बताना नहीं है। फिर विनय पूछ रहा है, सर, इफ वी हैव कोल्ड while interviews and we are creating nasal noises sometimes, how do we tackle it and at least make it possible to reduce negatives because of it? तो विनय, तुम क्या करो, बाथरूम जाओ एंड यू क्लीन योर नोज, कीप क्लीनिंग योर नोज, ऑटरविन लेके चलो। और ऑटरविन से भी बेटर दवाइयां आती हैं, एक का नाम है म्यूकोरिस और एक है रिनियम। ये सब यूज करोगे, यू वोंट हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम। यू नीड गुड मेडिकेशन ड्यूरिंग इंटरव्यूज इफ यू आर हैविंग कोल्ड, बिकॉज ही इज राइट, like if you're feeling stuffy, your brain is not going to be working. So please don't have these problems during that time.
अच्छा सर, एंड इससे मतलब मोटा पैसा से मुझे याद आया कि सर अब आपने जैसे पूछ लिया कि एमएस क्यों नहीं करना है, तो मतलब रीजन तो
पूछेंगे
वही
ही
है ना।
पूछेंगे, वो पूछेंगे ही पूछेंगे, क्योंकि तुम्हें उतना इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं लगा। तो क्या इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है?
हाँ तो
तो जो
सर,
इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है, सिर्फ ये नहीं बोलते सर ये इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है, क्यों लग रहा है? कोई हवा में ही इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है। कोई
नहीं
एक
सर
इवेंट कर
मतलब,
दिया कॉलेज में और थोड़ा मार्केटिंग उसमें कर दिया, तो इसलिए अब मैं लाइफ टाइम मार्केटिंग करना चाहती हूँ, इससे
तो
नहीं
सर
हो।
लाइफ टाइम मार्केटिंग नहीं करना ना, मतलब वो जाना है बट उसमें उतना नहीं जाना है। अब उसमें इस,
बोल रहे हो कि मार्केटिंग करना है?
नहीं मतलब मार्केटिंग करना है लेकिन।
तो मैक्सिमम जो बच्चे हैं उनको फाइनेंस, मार्केटिंग, ऑपरेशन, सिस्टम्स, एचआर का कोई आइडिया है नहीं। इसीलिए फर्स्ट ईयर में आपको हर सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ाया जाता है, सो दैट यू गेट एन आइडिया। उसके बाद भी यू डू एन इंटर्नशिप इन एनी एरिया ऑफ योर चॉइस, एंड इफ यू डोंट लाइक इट देन यू कैन अगेन चेंज द एरिया इन विच यू वांट टू गो फॉर ड्यूरिंग फाइनल प्लेसमेंट। तो यू आर getting a lot of opportunities to study more and more and decide eventually what. So you, it's not that they're expecting कि तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए कौन सा एरिया है जिसमें जाना है। दैट इज वेरी, सो आप पहले सोचिए कि ये सही भी है, सच भी है कि आप मार्केटिंग ही सोच रहे हो सकता है कि सभी कुछ पसंद करो। और जैसे आज के डेट में काफी बच्चे क्या पसंद करते हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना, खुद का ब्रांड करना या खुद करना। तब तो सबका नॉलेज होना चाहिए आपके पास ताकि आपको हेल्प करे। So right now, what I suggest to you is work on getting goal clarity. Don't be in a haste. Think logically. Do some kind of exploration, and then come up with a real answer. Why MBA, and share it with me later. Why MBA is the answer that you need to really work hard on right now, and share it with me on Telegram tomorrow or day after tomorrow. All the best. All the best. Get ready for the boot camp. Take care. Thank you guys. All the best.
थैंक यू सर।
Welcome.